What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Talk about the Detroit Pistons. And we talked about the draft yesterday. Hopefully you caught that video. Getting a late start to the day, but we're going to drop 3 videos in a row. So get ready to take this voyage. And remember Dwayne Casey, and I got a reaction video that he did with Greg Kelser in the interviews that he did that I'm going to get to probably tomorrow. But, you know, he talked about the style of play that the Pistons wanted to play. I want to particularly touch on the offensive style of play. And I'm just wondering, you know, do they even have a choice on what type of style of play they're gonna play offensively? You got Andre Drummond, who runs the floor like a deer. You got Blake Griffin, who's highly athletic. You got Reggie Bullock, who's a good D and 3 guy. You got Stanley Johnson that can go in there, who could be a good defensive guy, who got the athletic ability to be ferocious when attacking the rim. You got Luke Kennard, who can spot up and shoot, and he's young, got fresh legs. And Reggie Jackson, who's fairly young, who's been injured, that can push the ball. And you add this Bruce Brown character, who can play point and who's highly athletic. He can push the ball. Ish Smith can push the ball. Henry Ellison is a young, fresh, big man that's a little bit mobile. Obviously, you know, they need to run. They need to be an up-tempo team. They need to be a Mike D'Antoni type of system, type of team, you know. And the development of Reggie Jackson, which we talk about him a little bit later, or maybe you just want to, you know, try Luke Kennard at the point guard and Bruce Brown, you know, and trying to and kind of, you know, develop them together, you know, and kind of phase out Reggie Jackson. And Bruce Brown, we know, is a guy that coming off a foot injury, heart surgery as well too, but he can get up and down the court and attack the rim. And if you can mold his mind into a point guard, and you can help Luke Kennard or whoever form into a point guard better. But more, you want Bruce Brown to probably be that guy if you don't Reggie Jackson or Ish Smith to be that guy, because you want him to push the ball, and you got big guys who run the floor like guards and Drummond and Griffin. You got Bullock, who can spot up in 3, and then you come in transition, he can shoot the 3. You got Kennard, who can run, got young legs, he can hit the 3. You know, you can bring Henry Ellison off the bench. He can hit the 3. If Stanley can improve his shot, he can hit the 3, or he can be your attacker. The Pistons need to play fast. Baseline to baseline, 90 feet to 90 feet. They legitimately need to push the ball. And you know what? The half-court offense, we can work in that in film and in the practices we do during the season. But it just needs to be an all-assault, run your opponent out the arena. This team needs to get up and down. See, Stan Van Gundy wanted to be that half-court type of team, where you put Dre in the post and now you surround him with shooters. He didn't have the personnel for that. But with these dudes right here, you know, how many big men can run like Drummond? How many big men can run like Griffin? How many, you know, not too many. You know? And they running the floor, and you got the spot-up shooters and Bullock and Luke Kennard. You know, they need to get the running, you know, and play fast, because you know, the five position, the center position, is becoming extinct. It's starting to make a comeback, but like I said, Drummond is only going to be effective, man, by punishing smaller centers that's on him. If you got Draymond on you, you got to put him on your hip sometime and punish him on the inside. Drummond has to become a monster at posting up, man, and that's the only way that he's going to continue being a successful big man in this league. And that goes for all of them. All these dudes drifting out to the three-point line, that got to stop. That can be your primary thing to go to. If you punish these smaller guys or these inferior defenders that play the 5 on the block, watch how the game open up. And that's where the Pistons half-court game has to start. It has to start with Drummond on the block. But other than that, till we develop that part of the offense, you know, in a high-low with Blake Griffin and Drummond in the half-court offense, run. And even if, you know, Reggie Jackson isn't healthy enough to run, whatever it may be, put Ish Smith in, put Kennard at the point, put Bruce Brown at the point, Kyrie Thomas, what's his name? Put somebody at the point that could run, and you could just mold on the way there. Spread it out, pick and roll, a lot of different ball movement. You kind of want to be a fuse or a mesh of what Houston does, but you want the ball movement and less isolation that you get with Golden State. And Dwayne Casey's going to have to find that niche. Because if he's able to get the ball movement, that's going to help the half-court offense, but they need to run. This team is too young and athletic not to be a fast-paced team. You get the rebound, Dre with the outlet, we gone. Griffin up the floor, and everybody else up the floor. Excuse me, ESPN alert, right? But they need to play fast, man. Seriously, and that got to be the key. And pick and rolls and good ball movement. But like I said, and if it comes to half-court offense, which in the NBA it always comes down to half-court offense in the playoff, it's got to be Drummond punishing guys on the block. And if he ain't punishing guys on the block, he can't develop a post game. Then, to be honest, he's useless to us, man. He's useless because centers are becoming obsolete. He got to post up. He got to punish his opponent. He got to be the half-court offense. Him and Blake Griffin playing high-low, pick and roll, a lot of different ball movements, setting picks, down screens, curl screens. All different. They got to get that movement action that what they have with Rip Hamilton and that. But really, they need to have a post presence in Drummond. And if Drummond can be a tenacious and a ferocious post player, that half-court offense is gonna open up for everybody else. Honestly, you play through him, kick it out, shoot the three. Other than that, you want to run. And that's something that Mike D'Antoni really didn't have. Is a guy that legitimately they played through the post when the times get tough, you could throw it down to Drummond and get a bucket. But, putting him and Blake Griffin in constant pick and rolls with Bruce Brown, whoever running the point, attacking downhill, throwing oops up to Dre, or pick and roll with Dre and then kicking it, off to Blake Griffin, stuff like that. They got to get creative, but the style of play they got to play is fast, and then when they get to half-court basketball, it got to be played through Dre and Drummond in a two-man, maybe high-low, but Dre exclusively through the post. If they're not going to develop Andre Drummond's post game, there's no need to keep him. There's no need. He's useless, other than running up and being a good rim defender. But now, they taking the five out to the three-point line, and they isolating them, and they playing small ball. So if he's not going to punish the smaller quote-unquote guys like Draymond Green and get a bucket and get them in foul trouble, then, it's really not where it's at right now. But like I said, they got to play fast, man. You start off, and we'll figure the rest out. But it's Motor City Sports Talk. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those links in the description. Y'all know what it is. Keep sharing. But thanks for subscribing. We out.